They took all this time to do this on my cell phone where they can hear me, and this one on the recorder where they can hear me. You took so much time up to do all this so that you can try to flow with it and stuff. You are the same one responsible for that young man's death. That young man was playing the same childish game with y'all. That is why you got this phone hooked up, because you know I can flow with it, but we're not flowing this morning. See, the Sabbath, we tell the truth. We make sure we acknowledge what's going on. That's what the Most High had me to do. He had me to acknowledge it. How you got my phone and this cell phone hooked up. You are responsible for that young man's death. That young man was with you at that time. Do you remember me saying before I came to Florida, it's required. It was required for the truth to be known. Now you the same one that didn't want me to go up there to the hospital and pray for the young man. You the same one that had somebody to come around the yard and then while I'm asleep, wake me up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and holler pray. I told you it don't work like that. The Most High had me to wake up and tell you that. It don't work like that. You are responsible for that young man's death. Now, those that's joined with you, they are coming to get y'all. Understand what I'm saying? Listen to Angela Greer once again. Because y'all thought this was a little joke that y'all can just steal stuff and continue to do foolishness. Now, you got my phone and my cell phone hooked up to foolishness. My recorder that I record with, that I do my studying with, and I drop it and I flow and the mysteries begin to unravel in the Bible. My phone, when the Most High helped me to get on it and record on it, the numbers begin to go across. Now, I have never known when you're speaking and recording on a recorder that the recorder stay on 116. It stay there. It never moves. I have never known the phone when you turn it on, then the light, where the flashlights and everything at the little buttons, all of those begin to run across, the letters begin to run. You got my phone hooked up to some foolishness, and you got my recorder hooked up to some foolishness, so that y'all can act like you're somebody you're not. Today we're going to reveal that young man. That young man was laying down, and whoever this person is, they're left-handed. They had the phone in one hand, whether that was a phone or a square thing in one hand. And the other hand was bent over the rail. The rail was up. And whoever was in that right side praying, one had a round bottom and had on white. The other one had on, looked like a little white, but he had on a darker color at the top. He was taller than you. There was a pack of demons in there with that young man. Because you had one in there that lied, that know how that young man got in there. Now let me tell you how that young man got in that position. That young man got in that position because that young man decided to play the little childish game with y'all and run around, and I could Donkey Kong too. That young man was warned, and I told you that the Most High was setting you up. Now let me tell you why you so set on coming, kept running around me and refused to leave, even though they tell you leave the girl alone. Because you know you're next, and the same thing like the young man did. I told you that the Most High was setting you up. It's ordained for to happen. Now that reprobate mind that you got, that reprobate mind gonna cost you your life. That young man that was running with you, he trusted you. You deceived your own. You had on ruby red heel shoes or whatever they is, but they was ruby red at the top with diamonds in it and diamonds going down to the toe forward, to the toe of your shoe. You was light-skinned. You was in between a light-skinned. You wasn't my color. You wasn't light, like bright, but you was in between. Looked like you had a tan. You was light-skinned with a tan. You was standing there when that young man fell at your feet. Now that young man went in the hospital. Instead of you letting people come to pray for him, you began to tell a lie to them. You knew how that young man got there. Y'all was playing around Ashley House. fall asleep, wanting to be something you're not. Now, your job is to try to hinder me so that I don't go nowhere, and they recognize that anointing is working. You, whether I play the role that you're anointed. You're not anointed by far. You don't carry anything. All you carry is a bunch of lies to them. Now, you carry these lies to them. This is Angela Greer still talking. Angela Denise Greer still talking. My middle name is Denise. Now, let's not get it twisted, because I don't have time for your childish games. I have never been one that liked childish games. I have never been one played with the anointing at all. As I said, I'm not doing what you want me to do out there. You are the cause of this young man's death that passed away. This young man had dreads in his hair. Locks, y'all. I call them locks. Y'all call them dreads. He had locks. They was newly locks. I described him to Shadow. Young man. He had a young face. This young man, and it looked like he had just got his hair. He had the little twists. We call it the ugly stage. It wasn't that long of locks. Those locks looked like they needed retwisted because he had so much up there. They were so thick. This young man that you caused death, you told him these magic words, telling you want, and you said the D-E-A-D word. I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told you when my daddy passed away and my daddy came and said, wicked, wicked, wicked. Because my daddy called my auntie, the auntie I never got to know, with a Now my Uncle Willie, which talked funny, very funny, he came when y'all was doing your foolishness. He say my auntie name with a because he's more Geacher. But daddy is more... my dad is from South Carolina. So I know the difference in the spirits. The Most High is getting to let me know when these spirits coming and let me know who is coming. I understand. I recognize that. Let's say confirmation right now. Now, that young man that y'all took to South Carolina, way up to South Carolina, because y'all want to be something and y'all wanted a title. Now, y'all got that title. They went and they couldn't recognize y'all. It's shame on them. They couldn't recognize a demon when a demon come in and try. Anytime a person come in and trying to make themselves look like somebody, instead of letting you judge as you talk to the person, then you already know you got a bunch of wannabes coming in. Now, this young man went with you and trusted what you said because he's vengeance with you, because you've been lying to him. So this young man go up there with you. Matter of fact, this young man was riding everywhere too, but this young man goes up there with you. Young, his cheeks was big, but not as big as Roger cheeks. He's a young man. I described him to Shadow and I asked him, do he know him? He said, no, and I don't know why the Most High had me to call him. Why he had to call? Because he must be connected to him in some kind of way. Shadow is Jimmy White. He must be connected to him in some kind of way. Now, this is me still talking because this person has this on my tape recorder and on my phone. I didn't ask for this foolishness, but they brought it anyway. So we're going to uncover the foolishness of why we got to keep following Angela. Why we got to keep following Angela. She ain't got nothing. We got everything she got. Meaning that y'all done stole everything that y'all could possibly steal. Everything that y'all could possibly do. But why we got to keep following Angela? Because Angela carried a 5/4. Angela know that bower, and they stole that bower. It's 3 of them they stole. 2 was brown with an X on the front of it that I got from Walmart. The other one was a white one with flowers on it that Ashley, my only child, because I don't have now another child. So they faking the move, hollering that I'm somebody else. That's a no-no. I don't have any other kids. I only had one child, and I had him tied, clipped, and burned. My tubes tied, clipped, and burned. That means I couldn't have any more kids. Understand, I don't have to perpetrate. I wouldn't put that on the side of my van if I was perpetrating. I would have put my title. That's a title, Evangelist Angela D. Greer. Notice I didn't put evangelist on there because that's a title. Y'all run up there because y'all hear, I'm going to say his name because he's no longer in our family, but when he was in our family, when he was actually there doing what he's supposed to do. I told you this morning, son-in-law, ex-son-in-law, Satan is coming. Don't be so happy. That was to give you a warning to know that, hey, things is finna get ready to happen. Satan never loves you to be happy. When you're happy, you better be able to put on your war clothes and be able to recognize what's finna come to you. You have to understand, he does things for a reason. We are always, I'm not finna say tried, because we're not always tried. We have angels around us. We're not constantly. We're always on the lookout for Satan when he comes. Why? Because when you're happiest, you're at your weakest stage. You stop looking, you stop doing whatever you're doing because you're too happy. So that's when Satan comes. Now, back to the young man. This young man that passed away, they knew how this young man passed away because I would put up frankincense because of the Dongo that was following me in South Carolina. They was constantly following South Carolina. And they little sporty black cars running around, acting a Donkey Kong in their little white car. They even had the old man sit at Target in a hot car so that they could go fake the move. This old man sat in a car while they faked the move. Now, they thought that Angela Greer didn't know what was going on. No, I do know what's going on. The Most High alert me to everything that's going on. I know nothing myself. But with the Most High and what I carry that I had to be equipped with, I know it all. Put it like that. I be careful what I ask for, because what I ask for begins to happen. Now, you know that the young man, you know exactly how that young man passed away. Why? Because y'all was all out there doing the same foolishness. You and him was there that night. And you told him to say them magic words. And I said, good enough for me. Now, when my daddy passed away, and I was in Lake West in apartment 15, matter of fact, that's how I know that this apartment got the same number. I was apartment 15 in a green. It was a white building with green trimming at that time. Y'all made sure y'all went over there and told the lady roof off and went to tearing up stuff where she had to change the whole thing around. Notice that everything that the Most High say, you go fight against it. Why? Because you don't want me to be known, but you want to act like you're something you're not. It's time to prove yourself. It's time for you to get up there now and pray and anointing. You can't even do that. Why? Because you're waiting for Angela Greer to pray and anointing. It's just not good. It's just not enough. Everybody that praying and anointed around you, and everybody that you know that's ministers, you go ask them to pray. You sit up there and you hope that they'll take that. Everyone you send, they said, no, that's not you. That ain't going to cut it right there. I don't know what the HELL you sending, but that ain't what I want. That is not my mama. It's not me. They still waiting for that anointed prayer. The Most High got the gangster moving moves. Understand who moving moves, and I understand who's doing this. That gangster, the biggest gangster I know. So now, I'm not praying in anointing until the Most High lead me to. You don't want me to pray in anointing. Because when it's that time and it's ordained already to happen and it's already in motion. I told you the Most High was setting you up. I also told the young man that he was set up. Now you want me to go and, this one want me to talk about a book. That's a done deal. I never had your book like that. Your book is your book. It's so long that you need about 5 or 6 of them wicked books. Because you're so wicked out there. Now, let me clarify something to you. That book been closed. The warnings of them up there that loved you and that's trying to warn people that's in their position, that's gone. That's a done deal. It's a done deal and it's over with. Why? Because you can't warn a person but so long before the Most High set up things and let the leaf fall. If you don't know what I mean when I say leaf, that's Azrael. Azrael has 40 days to disconnect the spirit from the body. When it reaches Azrael, it has to fall from the top where that gangster sit. Then it has to go to that right-hand man. See, that's a proof that he know that what's finna happen. Now he's crying for you, even though you're full of crap. It continues to go down until it reaches Azrael. Azrael sits on the last four. He does his things on the last four levels of heaven. Oh, you didn't know it was levels. Too much info for y'all. Now, when that hits them, when he hits that leaf and he see that leaf come down, guess who that leaf coming from? They're coming from the biggest gangster you know. Azrael is his hit man. You already know this and I already discussed this over and over. I roll like that. I'm a woman. But I had to help raise my nephews. So I'm a woman. But somebody had to take on the role as doing what they supposed to do and what he gave me. I carried a 5'4" for a reason. I'm humble. I never mess with anyone. But y'all is responsible for that young man's death. You didn't care. You had somebody else to go up there and fake the move like they anointed and knew what was going on. But you knew all the time what had happened. You ran around Ashley house while Angela Greer was sleeping. And you holler, pray, bay at the hospital. I told you, it don't work like that. The sad part is, you continue to still do this foolish thing and you continue to have my thing hooked up to something. See, I've been talking for 17 minutes now, and the thing at the bottom is still on 116. I've been talking on this thing, but this is to show you that this foolishness is going on. This is to show you that this one trying to be Angela Greer. I'm 6'3". I'm a woman. First of all, I'm a woman, and I'm 6'3". I can stand up and I can even touch this hotel room that I'm in right now at Stay Plus Inn. It's a pitiful shame with a popcorn ceiling. Popcorn ceiling's been out. I'm a woman, but you all continue to follow, but you didn't tell him that you are the cause of the young man's death because you wanted to not let Angie be seen. Angie need to sit down and she need to be in a room. She need to just stay there while we minister. We've been doing this all our life. Nigga, y'all ain't been doing nothing. You ain't been doing nothing. Y'all ain't been doing nothing. Y'all been playing church. Till y'all have to go steal bowels. Y'all got to go steal materialistic things. Y'all got to put somebody on a record. Got to go in there and take their recorder and put it on so y'all can hear a person. Take their cell phone, buzz in on it so y'all can hear them, and I can Donkey Kong. Now, all them years that y'all been in that prayer house sitting there, I can play in church. You still don't know nothing. You're still seeking for somebody to give you a word to say. Ain't that something? You want somebody to study so you can run and act like you're something you're not. You want somebody to study. You want somebody to pray and anointing so that y'all can sit there with a title. A title that you done supposed to have. A title that you think that means something, but it means nothing. It's just a title. It's a lot of them in that wide line. There's a lot of them in that prison too. They got a title too. Matter of fact, that title calls them Satan number 1, 2, money. Money is greed. Greed happens through what? Money. Wants happen through what? Money. That's Satan number 1, 2 he used. But y'all too busy trying to get a message, and y'all too busy trying to run it back to y'all so y'all can act a Donkey Kong. so that y'all can act like you're something you're not. I'm a woman. I had a child named Ashley Shanetta Greer. One child, but everybody else want to be something. By the way, I don't do that sister and brother crap. That sister and brother crap, I had a sister. I never had any brothers. Now, first, your name, I'll call you your name. Why? Because when I call your name, your right name, then the Most High hear me when I'm saying it. My comforter received that. So my comforter, then if I need to tell you anything, then now I'm talking to you and I'm telling you what the Most High say. I say your real name. I don't do that brother, sister crap. That's y'all. Y'all like to do that in the church. That is something that been around for generations, sister and brother. I leave you there. If that's what y'all need, you're probably a part of a congregation. Congregation people do that when they need that. That ain't answer calling right now. I don't consider you my brother and sister. Whatever your name is, that's what I call you. Why? Because when I call you that and you're connected with me, then the Most High start revealing things about you. He helped me to get up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and things begin to reveal. And then I can work with you like that. But if I don't say your name and I deceive myself hollering that, you're not my brother and sister. I don't like y'all like that. You Christ brother and sister. I don't like y'all like that. Because, why? I do this for one person and only one person. That I'm connect with two people, two spirits. That gangster and that right hand man. Big Daddy and Lord. Y'all call him God. Y'all call him Jesus. That's who I do it for. I don't do it because y'all to try to please y'all and all that, because y'all sitting outside trying to get something because y'all want something to say. Y'all sitting up with a title now that he probably gave y'all, even though y'all didn't deserve it. Now you feel running around and you're mad because the Most High, I don't say the major verse that I said to the young man when he was with you. I said the Most High was setting you up. He been set you up. I don't have to say that anymore. I know you want me to go back and repeat everything. You know what happened. That's why you so running around. They tell you, leave the girl alone, man. This done. We got everything, man. We got everything. She can't because she knows it's her time coming. She can't because she like that feel good. That reprobate mind keeps her coming back. If you tell her not to go there, she gonna go there. If you tell her don't go run over that way, she gonna run over that way. She like to feel good. She can't. The demon that's inside of her got her with a reprobate mind. That demon got her running back and forth and everywhere because she wants to be considered something she's not. Now understand and let's recognize when Angela leave, then she make up an excuse. Let me call somebody real quick. You need to snatch that phone for her so she can't call anybody. Matter of fact, you need to pick up the word and put the Most High in the mix. Put the Most High in the front of her. Open the book and then say, well, you know what? Since you're such in a hurry, sit down. And open up your book and let the Most High begin to talk. You'll be surprised what he do. See, because if you ask in a heart that is truthful, a heart that actually wants to know, then the Most High have you to flip the book open when she start acting a Donkey Kong, and then he'll show you exactly who's in front of you. It said that sickening that they had to go steal bowels and y'all trying to take up for y'all woman that is bigger, that's got so much going on. It's pathetic. That young man death was caused by this young woman. Excuse me, she ain't young. That's an old rusted dusty. She's over 40. Now the younger one knew about it. That's under 40. These two roll together sometime. They conspire together a lie. These are the ones called this young man deaf. Anybody that runs behind somebody and you wonder why, okay, we don't stole everything and you still running behind her. You still with the foolishness because she's still with lies. She still wants to be something she's not. She still got secrets and skeletons, as y'all call them skeletons. I call them straight up lies. that has made her have that reprobate mind, and she's not turning back for anybody. She's going to keep coming. The Most High said that. The Most High said she was going to keep coming. Why? Angela go here, she runs there. Angela go here, she go have this one set up. Angela go here, she's broke now, she's still with the foolishness. Why? Because she running here and there, because she can't even keep it together, because she went to South Carolina and faked the move to get a title. Go to a prayer house and fake the move. Now you don't know what to do. Angela Denise Greer does not go in a prayer house unless she have to. When I go in there, I'm not going in there because y'all sent me in there. I'm going in there because the Most High got me to go in there to do something. The last prayer house I was in, Mati was the pastor of that prayer house. That was the last one I went in. And that was in Waverly. Trust me, I was not a member. The Most High sent me there for a reason. I call him Josh. His name is Josh. I texted him that night when I was trying to tell him what was going on. He was over the Waverly churches. He was over y'all prayer house. So I texted him. The Most High had me text him to tell him what was going on. He didn't want to listen. He said the front prayer house paid for and the bank is whatever he said. And I texted him. I said, okay, Josh. And then I got off the phone and I began to pray. And the Most High said, study to show thyself approval. He said also, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. I'm good. That's why you ain't seen me up in a prayer house until the Most High lead me to go in one. Now this young man that you call deaf, the thing is, she's scared now. She know what time it is. She know how he passed away. She know everything they did to the Most High, getting ready to take her out. The sad part is, you know what happened. You know when I said it. You know also what I said, I put the book back. But you went faking it, trying to be something you're not. So, continue on faking it. But I'm not going to give you a word that you can run and tell everybody. I'm not going to give you nothing that you can fake the move and sit there and fake. Facebook. My Facebook was fine until you start wanting to be something. Notice that when the things start going off of Facebook, and when recordings start running to your little recording and everything, when he left, because now you had tried to represent yourself. To be something you can't even represent yourself right now, you still can't represent. Still don't know who you is. I told you, talk about your rebelliousness. Talk about who you really is. Then I guarantee you'll have an excellent service. But you ain't going to do that, because then they'll know exactly who you is. Because everything that you say, they'll look at you. They will begin to look at you and their eyes will begin to open. So the Most High said, take them to the 10 Commandments. Have them to repeat the 10 Commandments. Have them to say the 10 Commandments and flow with it. You didn't do that. You didn't. Well, I don't feel I need to do all that. She don't show me. She don't all the messages that my baby don't gave me and stuff. I don't feel. Well, nigga, you missed the calling. You missed what the Most High was trying to show you. Now you in this problem because now y'all want to represent yourself and y'all want to go up there and fake the move somewhere that actually it counts for her now. She wants to be around them celebrities, as y'all call them. They're simple people like us. They just got problems more because they got more money. So they're simple people just like us. They're regular people. They're regular people just like us. They got the same problems we got. But now y'all want to represent yourself. Y'all want to be something you're not. So now you won't enter the prayer and anointing and you want me to drop the word and flow with it. But you didn't do what the Most High said. He told you have her to say the 10 Commandments. At that time, The Most High had ordained for something to happen if you would have had her to do them 10 commandments. You didn't have her to do them. I don't feel she need to do all that because I know my baby know the basics because my baby went over the 10 commandments. That was me. That was Angela Grill and she was lip locking. That was me flowing with it. She know nothing, but you put her up there on a pedestal because she used the same thing she used on you. Ain't that something? It's something to be used and played. It's something to know a lot of different things, technology and all that. An auto device where you can use it on a person. Now you take it up for this person and you're trying to be something you're not. Ain't that something? Now it's time for you to pray and the prayer just don't sound like it. I prayed in my car. I know something going on. I prayed. It been going on. It ain't just started. It been going on. It been going on. I've been warning you. I've been telling you what was going on. But you were so wanting to be up there with her and wanted it to be so true that you don't got yourself in something you can't even get out. But it's ordained for things to happen. And they're going to happen regardless. Now, you got one sit up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because they want a message. You got one that was running around Ashley House where my grandson Amzi and Anaya and Mariana was. And my granddaughters Mariana and Anaya was. You got them running around Ashley House with the foolishness. By the way, my grandkid's name is Amzi, Anaya, Mariana. You got them running around their house while I'm sleeping on a green couch in the living room, faking the move, lip locking stuff back to you, sending prayers. You tell her to pray. Well, why is it taking you so long to pray, man? See, this is what. Now, the last time I prayed in Waverly, she sat there in a vehicle. Why is it taking? No, we can't do it like that. You want to do it. You want to go ahead and you want to pray when you. That ain't. I need you to pray now. I need you to pray when I ask you to pray. I don't need you to pray when you want to pray 2, 3 days later. It take that long for her to go and try to do her wickedness. But you ain't know nothing about an auto device, but they're using it big time. They got both phones bugged. They got my recorder bugged up. They got my phone bugged up. They trying to get a message to you. Why? So you can sit there like a Donkey Kong. Money-wise, money is the root of all evil. Angela ain't getting nothing. Whoever you sending it to, they have well responded. Look at the materialistic things they got. Look at what they've been spending on too. You know, it takes money to go eat out all the time. It takes money to get a vehicle. It takes money to con some other people to join in with you. So it takes money for all that. But it didn't take, now it's need a prayer. I need, if you just please just use your thing just to get her to pray something. I need this prayer. This gonna set Bay up. No, it's not gonna set Bay up. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's not gonna happen for you. So, that foolishness that y'all doing, tell them why the young man passed away and how y'all went up there to the hospital and ate the Donkey Kong, acting like y'all something you're not. Now you sit there and you deceive your own. Even when Mr. Bretwell went in the hospital, and I was actually in Lake Wells in my daycare doing what I was supposed to do, and I found the little thing and I said that I'm going to see Mr. Bretwell in the morning. Mr. Bretwell was still alive. I said, I'm going to see Mr. Bretwell. And my auntie voice, she said, he won't be there. So I knew he wouldn't be there the next day because of somebody wanting to be something they're not. They want Bay to be something that Bay ain't. A hot mess. You deceive your own. You deceive your own posse. You deceive your own people that you run with. You deceive them. You deceive them. They thought you was something you want. They would have went to war for you constantly. They need to check themselves and check you too. Because something that you're doing, them secrets being told. Because you can't seem to stay from it. You come way to a hotel, below yourself again. You come to a hotel that's a basic hotel and sit there for weeks on weeks. Sit there on weeks while Angela Greer sit in room 115 and you sit there and you fake the move around this place. You sit there. Now he want to cuss you out. What you pick this crap for? Because she him. Y'all whispering because she him. You the same one that was out there with one of them that was around Esther house hollering about, we got to let her pray. And the other one said, I can't let her do that. Ain't that something? It's a hot mess to have some secrets hidden from people that the Most High begin to tell those little skeletons that's inside of you. The Most High begin to tell those little mysteries that you got hidden inside of you that you never want to be revealed. Ain't that something? We've been in this a long time, baby. We don't do that kind of stuff, but I'm sad to say my niece, she ain't right. You ain't right. You the auntie I never got to know that told him that. Abba daughter them ain't never been right. Abba daughter them has always been an anointed and been truthful with themselves. See, Angela Greer always been truthful with herself. My dad always was truthful when he was an anointed. See, the problem is y'all too busy trying to fake it and y'all want us to sit in a room somewhere with the curtains closed and you want us to sit in somebody's house and sit there but know nothing. Now he beginning to see that, okay, you don't know nothing. I'm talking to you, but you ain't saying nothing. She don't know nothing. At this point, she have to wait till I say something so she can lip lock it. She don't know nothing. I've been told you she don't know nothing. All of them don't know nothing. If you test all three of them wicked women, said the Most I said wicked. One want to call herself holy, so holy that it's pathetic. You're not holy, wicked witch. The auntie I never got to know. You're not holy. You're a part of this foolishness too. The Most High began to show that this young man and my baby sister Michelle House slided a great tug to you and you cleaved something in your left chest. The next time that the Most High showed you and Pharaoh, which is the next door neighbor child that hang with y'all three hang together. We got Pharaoh. We're going to say them from their ages big to small. Wicked Witch, Pharaoh, and Corilla LaVille. This is what the Most High revealed to me. And it said when you go that far. Now the second time he showed y'all was standing there. You was faced towards my mama house, the yellow house. You was holding something in your hand. It was narrow, looked like some kind of paper that you look like it's a narrow piece of paper. A long, narrow piece of paper you was holding. And that narrow piece of paper you asked, can you think he can? And Miss Pharaoh, which is Miss Breckwell, said, oh, my boys can, she said the YES word, and then she said, my boys can handle that. I also clarified to y'all what boy mean, because Corilla LaVille like to go to her brothers and tell lies. Wicked Witch like to agree with them and order people to do stuff. And Pharaoh lied to the end, and she like to holler, nah, 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 like a dolphin. When she lied and you catch it in her lie. Whatever y'all got bugged up on my phone, my cell phone, and whatever y'all got on my recorder, they're hearing it too right now. It is what it is. Because I didn't ask y'all to put none of this on there. Now, that what you cleaved in your left chest, and that what you received with a long, that looked at long, that you were holding in your hand, it wasn't long now. It was by the size, it was narrow, a hot mess. And you asked Miss Brentwell, child, can she take care of that? You think they can do that? You think they can take care of that? That's what you asked. So whatever that was, y'all went and did some wickedness. And she didn't did anything but a bunch of lies and a bunch of running around trying to be something y'all not. Now y'all gonna have to handle that. That means y'all gonna have to unravel that lie that y'all this one been telling for the longest. I'm not going with y'all, and I am not going to Satan turf messing with him. That is Satan turf. When I go to Satan turf, trust me, I'm gonna be armored up. And she say armored up. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be suited up and ready for war. I'm not going in there looking like a Donkey Kong at all. Now, these going with you, whoever you sent with you and whoever up there, full of demons, full of lies. You don't have so many lies told to you that you can't even recognize a lie when they tell it because they smooth with they lie. Now, they way down here in Florida because I'm in Florida for one simple reason. My mama is sick. Erin Grill is sick. So she's at the nursing home. So that's where I'm at right now. And that is what I've been here for like a month and 3 weeks. No, actually 2 weeks. Actually 2 months. 2 months because I stayed a week at mama house before I went and got this hotel room. So I've been here a good month. Maybe 2 months. A good 2 months. I've been there like 2 months. Down here in Florida. But I've been in this hotel room a month and 3 weeks. As I said, that out there caused that young man death. That out there is y'all problem. And as the Most High said, woe to those who hang around her. Y'all hanging around her constantly. And constantly y'all got problems. Why? Because you got somebody with a bunch of foolishness acting a Donkey Kong that I got to pray, and then the Most High have to put things in order and muck up y'all. He has to ordain things to happen to y'all because of foolishness. Somebody lying to y'all and y'all protecting. She can't even tell you her real name.